What is going on, people, and welcome to episode 13 of the Sheffield Wednesday career mode here on FIFA 24, EFC 24, whatever you want to call it. I hope you're well. And well, today we are certainly looking to improve from things last time out. If you haven't checked the last episode, you should probably go and do so if you like to see pain, because it was a very long, hard episode. That's going to be clipped, isn't it? Brilliant. So we started with a 1-1 draw at Southampton, and they battered us. We came from 2-0 down once again to draw 2-2 with Stoke. They battered us. And then we lost 2-0 to Norwich in a game that was fairly even, but the game just decided to have its way with me, as FIFA does sometimes. But today, we have 3 more games for you. We start with a home game against Hull. We then have a home game against Birmingham before travelling to league leaders Leicester for the last game of the episode. And what if we check in with the championship table? This is how things stand. So we're just about clinging on to a playoff place. Still only a couple of points behind Middlesbrough, but the gap is starting to open up again to the sides above them. 5 points to Norwich, 8 to Leeds. Automatic. It's certainly looking unlikely at this point, but is still possible. And of course, we have to be wary of the teams below us as well. But starting to sort of break away from them, really. So yeah, could do with a couple of big wins today, certainly against Hull and Birmingham. If we have a look, Hull in mid-table, Birmingham was sort of down there, and they're not, well, they are kind of in a relegation battle actually as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But guys, if you are looking forward to this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel. And well, without any further ado, I want to make amends for last time out, so I'm not going to hold back any longer. Let's go. And well, before we do that, we have a press conference and we need to raise morale, so we will go ahead and do that. Can your boys surprise everyone? We want to take our chance for sure. We want to prove that we should be where we are, but recent performances maybe don't show that. Are your boys ready for this game? We need to we do need to find form, but I'll just say we'll play the game, not the occasion, but we do need to find some form after some ropey times last time out. Can you turn Hull City over again? If we'll do our jobs, we should be okay. This is a game on paper that we should be winning realistically. So fingers crossed we can do that. Obviously, we beat them earlier in the season as well. The lads are very happy, which is good to see. And it looks like we're at full fitness for this one. So without any further ado, just double check the kits. Lovely. Let's get into the game. So for this first game against Hull, then, this is how our visitors line up. Panda in goal, a back four of Coyle, Greaves, Jones and Giles. Seri and Slater holding with Tufan pushed up ahead of them. And then Philogene on the right. That's a cracking afro. Delap through the middle. Zaruri on the left. And some decent attacking options on the bench, it must be said. So they have plenty of reinforcements. This is our strongest lineup at the moment. A 4 in goal, back four of Hatibor, Bernard, Diaby and Pedersen. Hall and Bannon holding in the midfield. Windass through the middle in the 10. Poveda on the right, Ugbo up top and Aspria on the left. Hopefully we can get this working and yeah, put Hull and Birmingham to the sword in these opening couple of games. I'm recording this one straight after the last episode, so I'm trying to be positive, trying to get rid of those negative feelings. As the ball comes across. Oh my word, that's a proper lunge there. And it's only a yellow card for Zaruri, but out-muscled by Hatibor, and he just took out his frustration by absolutely lunging. Oh, I'm trying to get a ball over the left-hand side to Aspria, but a good block in there, and Poveda has done really well. We get this moving quickly, and Windass will find a little ball into Ike Ugbo. Can he get away from his men? Ike Ugbo, yes he can. And absolutely lashed across the face of goal. Finds the far corner. And that is exactly what we want from the Championship's top goal scorer. A lovely goal. Really well worked from Poveda to win the ball back. The quick passing, getting the ball into a good position. A little ball through to Ugbo. Greaves doing his best to come across and try and narrow the angle, but with Ugbo's instinct for goal, you always fancied him once he got in behind, really. And we take a lead against Hull City, and we've played pretty well to this point in this game so far. Inside to Windass, that's a lovely piece of play to find Ugbo, but Good tackle, I think, from Alfie Jones. And there goes the half-time whistle. And that seemed to flash by rather quickly, that first half. But controlled by us, it has to be said. I don't think Hull have had a shot in that first half. We haven't fashioned many chances ourselves, but that one from Ugboat is the all-important difference maker so far. Good spin from Tufan and Zaruri. We're trying to get a man across, and Zaruri has the strike. And Afori down low to his right to just turn that one around the post. But again, just a little bit too easy getting in behind it. And that's a good header away. But only as far as Philogene on the edge. And that is a fantastic strike. It lashed into the back of the net. I've used that already a couple of times in this episode to describe. But that was lashed into the back of the net. You can have no sort of complaints about that. He's just put his laces through that. Afori coming through a crowd, maybe a little bit unsighted, but a poor first half from Hull, and they seem to have woken up slightly in this second half. Possession falling to Hull, and that's a nice ball. Gap starting to open up for them. That's a lovely crossfield ball. Oh, and an even better touch from Philogene, and he's found his man, and Afori has saved us there. Lovely passage of play from Hull, and their confidence is growing by the minute in this game. They're going to get their head on that one. Oh my word, and Espria is going to bring this one down, and thankfully Pedersen is there for the easy avenue out. But we'll try and see if we can get this one across field, but it's going to be a loss of possession once again. Hull coming forward, there's a massive gap there. I'm not too sure where Diaby was going, but we're going to allow them in, and another save from Afori, and Hatterball knows how important his goalkeeper has been to us in recent games, let alone this second half. And he's just skipped past there, Omer. Oh, and that's, well, thankfully for us, the same shot, but he skipped past Hatterball like he wasn't even there. Well, that is going to be that, and a really frustrating draw, it must be said, because that is a tale of two halves right there. We dominated the first half, comfortable, confident. Second half, absolutely awful. And like we said, that is a game we should be winning. Sides above us picking up points. Southampton and Stoke draw, thankfully for us. We need a win from this game now. So for the second game of the episode then, this is how Birmingham line up. Ruddy in goal, back forward. Drama, Roberts, Sanderson and Buchanan. Sunjic and Bielik holding, Miyoshi on the right, Dembele on the left, and Roberts in behind Scott. Hogan, Sung-Ho, who scored against us last time. Some decent options on the bench there. Ethan Laird, a good defensive option as well. We are unchanged. Yeah, this is what we're going with. This is what we're rocking now. Hopefully it's going to start working soon. And that is a poor switch of play from Hans Hatterball. Bielik. Dembele cuts inside, finds his striker. Oh, that's a lovely turn. And that is going to be a goal. Because we couldn't get near him once he turned Bambo Diaby. Scott Hogan had the whole of Sheffield to run into there. As you can see, the fans devastated. And so am I. Just really not good enough, to be honest. But once Diaby was beaten, couldn't switch to a player quick enough to close down the space. Hogan has his goal, Birmingham lead, and our sorrows continue. Vader's got Hall inside. Windass, oh, almost able to skip away. Of course, Hall playing against his former team. Can he conjure up something? Hall, Vader just made a run that we couldn't use. Bannon into Windass. Spins his man superbly well. Josh Windass across goal, and Josh Windass will fire us level. We weren't behind for long, a couple of minutes before half time, and we restore parity. This time through Josh Windass, and that one we had to be patient. But some good build-up play, and Windass able to spin his man towards goal, and only about 7 yards out into that far corner. Nothing that John Ruddy could do. A good angle of it. Starts off just inside that far post. Curling back in. Ruddy beaten by the power. And we are level. Miyoshi has got the run on Pedersen here. Don't concede before half time, please, boys. And that is a cross that is easy for a Fori to collect, but that will be the last action of the first half. And a pretty miserable one once again. But let's not deteriorate in this second half like we did in the last one. Let's try and up the performance rather than let it drop. And Windass will find the route out to Espria. And now can we capitalise on this? He gets away from Roberts. And then away from another. Oh, but the recovery from Miyoshi. Just the people around Espria just ran away from him and just didn't offer him any support. He did really well initially, but Diaby has stepped up well there. We'll wait for the run of EK Ugboat, who could be in behind. EK Ugboat will try another strike, but it's a great block from Sanderson, but it will be a corner. It will be a sub for us. George Hall coming off, Masaba coming on, reverting to our more familiar lineup. Bannon swings this one in, and it's, oh my word, I think it was Bernard who tried to get on the end of that one. He's ended up hitting the bar. Oh, Bannon tries to play that round the corner. In the end, Dembele just using his pace. And now Hatterport scampering after him. And Hatterport has done really well to recover that. Absolutely superb. But let's not concede now for a week. Thank you very much. Poveda isn't going to get the chance to run away with this. And there goes the full-time whistle. Again, another 1-1 draw at home in this episode, and the two games that should have been bankers really have proved to be anything less than, which is really disappointing to see. What are the odds that we go and beat Leicester now? So for the final game of this episode then, away at league leaders Leicester, this is how our hosts line up. Hermanson in goal, back four, Pereira, Cody, Feiss and Justin, and Didi holding with Dewsbury Hall and Winks ahead of him. Eunice Atgern, I'm going to go with on the right. Vardy through the middle. Mavididi on the left. Jamie Vardy, only 75 rated, but now is confirmed to be retiring at the end of the season. Michael Bryant's overall was a lot lower than I thought it might be. But, of course, absolutely solid squad. No wonder they're running away with the league. We are unchanged, and I'm just hoping that this isn't an absolute massacre, to be perfectly honest. That's a lovely ball through to Dewsbury Hall, who's made the run forward from deep. Holds on to it, Rowe, rather than... holds on to it, Rowe. Even I've turned into Scooby-Doo, apparently. But they're just toying with us now. Atgern in the middle. And Vardy is there, and Vardy has scored. And that took them 6 minutes, and that was very easy. And this may well be the massacre that I feared it might be. Ooh, trying to get something going, and actually finds Poveda. Is in behind James Justin here. We'll try and get this one involved in Poveda. Oh, and it's fallen to Ugbo, but it is going to be offside. And well, Poveda, why are you celebrating? The flag's been up for ages. And that's well played, and Mavididi in behind now. Bernard comes across and manages to intercept that one. And Hall could be away, you know. Oh, my word. He's come through the back of him there. Harry Winks. Well, Derek Ray seems to think it could be a red card. And it is indeed for Harry Winks. They've still got the... I thought they still had the Premier League writing on the back of their shirts. But Leicester down to 10. That is massive. We've struggled previously against 10 men in this series. But yeah, no complaints. 2 feet through the back of him. A disgraceful tackle from Harry Winks. And he can have no complaints as Poveda's just bodied by James Justin. Bannon into Windass. Up to Ugbo, and Face is committed. And can we get through that gap? Ugbo's got the pace to get past Wout Faze, and he's got the finishing ability to tuck that one away. And inside the first 5 minutes of the second half, we have drawn level. And who else was it going to be? But the gaps are there. And it kind of follows FIFA's of old, really. The better teams in this league will certainly look to attack you. And that will leave gaps. And if you can get the defending right, the attacking can quite often follow suit, as it has done for us here. But I think it's definitely been made easier by that red card. But the gaps were there to be exploited. And we have exploited them superbly on this occasion. We're back level, and the momentum and the man advantage is all with us now. Hall trying to get something involved for us. Played advantage. Pereira finds Atkin. Dewsbury, Hall and Didi on the edge. Can we get a man to him? Mavdidi with the strike. And Afori turns it away. Even though I've set the change player to the closest to the ball, sometimes it's still just really inexplicable who it picks. And that, my word, is an unbelievable save from Afori. The shot from Fatal, we were on as a sub. Bannon comes away with that one. He might be able to get away the old man. And there's a ball in. Oh, that's a terrible pass from Barry Bannon. Why is no one making a penetrative run? That's what I want to know. Esprit has turned the pace down, but Bannon is into Windass. Room behind. Can he? Oh, no. Connor Cody is an absolute god defensively, apparently, in this game. Oh! Oh, that was a chance. Probably too close to goal to win the ball back, in all honesty. Didn't give up by a lot of space. Or they're giving the ball away hit. And now Windass has played it around the corner to EK Ugbo. EK Ugbo! Oh! And there we go. The full-time whistle goes. And that was one of the most boring second halves you'll ever see. Because Leicester literally, for most of that half, just played the ball around the back constantly. And even though we were trying to press them, they just kept moving the ball around the back. That was so boring, so frustrating to try and play against. 3-1 all draws in the episode. Ugbo could have won it with that late chance. I can't believe he's missed it. Oh, that's frustrating. So, I'm going to have a look and see, because we're kind of basing certainly the tactics and stuff off of real life. I'm going to have a tactical change. I'm going to have a think and have a look at what Sheffield Wednesday have been playing in recent games. Okay, well, that's interesting. It looks like 3 of their last 4 games, they've been playing a 5-4-1 formation. So let's have a look and see what we can produce that's similar, I guess. Well, there we go then. There is a 5-4-1. I've pushed the wingers up further because Ugbo was quite isolated, but that's kind of as good as we're going to get. So we'll see how it goes in the next episode. But yeah, that's I think 6 games without a win now we've gone. Certainly not ideal. Let's have a look at the championship table, and we still hang on to a playoff place. Only just though on goal difference ahead of Bristol, and more teams sort of getting back into it. And though we're only a couple of points again off Watford, 11 points adrift of Leeds, who have a game in hand. So yeah, I think our best bet now is playoffs. So a really solid push in these final 9 games of the season. And well, let's have a look at what we can do in the next episode. And well, I think it makes sense if there's 9 games left, just split them into 3s really. So we'll start next episode with Sunderland away, and then Plymouth at home, and then Watford away. That is a massive one. So guys, and I just noticed we've got Leeds at home last game of the season. So there's a big game still to come in this season. I hope you're looking forward to them. If you are, please pop a like, and if you have enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one.